As you can see behind me, that's green and land. So we have officially made it into debut Indonesia. Well, I should say we officially got anchored down. We have not cleared into the country yet. There's apparently some quarantine guys just supposed to come to the boat and check us out before we can go to land. However, there is an official rally welcome to Indonesia ceremony today, and we've been told we can kind of come on in, just, you know, stay under the radar a little bit, take in the ceremony, enjoy that, and we can come back to the boat. Then the officials would come to us, and then we'll be all cleared in. So, feels, you know, we're being a little naughty here, but we're gonna go enjoy the ceremony, and then do all the formalities after that. Debut is not normally a clear-in spot for Indonesia, but it had a large enough bay to accommodate the 40-plus boats in the rally, so the rally brought the officials to us. To kick off the welcome ceremony, the village chief offered a welcome and a blessing, both to the cruisers who had just arrived, as well as the officials who had come to the village for the occasion. Then we were treated to our first Indonesian cultural performance. Once the performance was done, it was time for the official speeches, and let me say, there were a lot of them. While we greatly appreciated being welcomed to the country, it soon became apparent that most of the speeches were political in nature and geared more towards the local community than the cruisers. Most of the speeches were only in Indonesian, and we occasionally heard buzzwords like waste management thrown in. It was a bit hard to pay attention for the hour-plus length of time they spoke, and when it was a cruiser's turn to say thank you for the welcome, she got a hearty round of applause for keeping it short and sweet. Then it was back to the boat to begin the official clear-in process, starting with Quarantine, who proved to be quite friendly.
Is this official or just for fun?
Just for take the WhatsApp and Facebook.
Ah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
One more.
One more? Yeah.
With the cool sunglasses. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
very good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. How'd the quarantine go?
Quarantine was fine. Filled out a little form, and this is the first time this has ever happened. They asked to see our medical kit. They took
the whole thing.
They took a copy of our inventory list, and they went through, not 100% thoroughly, but more than anybody has ever done. They pulled out all of our expired medical prescriptions.
Which, based on that bag, perhaps we should have gotten some new prescriptions recently.
I mean, I'm sure everything would be better than nothing, but yeah, so they had me bring out a bag, and I thought, oh shit, they're gonna throw it away, that sucks. But no, they just ask you to tape it up, all your expired prescriptions, and then they give it back to you. It's not even like signed or sealed or anything, it's just taped up.
Well, as a full-on security measure, perhaps not the greatest, but
nope.
That's alright.
But the guys were nice.
Got
Aside
pictures.
from the fact that they whacked our boat with their engine, but...
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Their driver coming to the boat needed a lesson or two.
Yeah, I think his engine cut out before he was ready. And they were like trying to come up on the side instead of on the stern. And their engines are kind of weird. There's like a motor that sticks out the side, and then it goes down to a prop on the side. So that whacked us, like right on the bow. But other than that, they were nice. They gave us an Indonesian lesson. They wanted to take pictures with us. So that is like step 1 down. And then We're waiting on customs and immigrations to come.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Customs came next, doing a thorough check of the boat.
Hello from Indonesia.
In a bit of a surprise, they brought a family with them who came on board and also enjoyed wandering around. We'd never really had that happen before, but everyone was super friendly and left once customs was done. That just left immigration, and we headed to shore to take care of that process, and then go into town to run all the errands necessary after arriving in a new country. Alright babe, what is the plan for today?
Alright, we had our dinner last night, and today we are going into the nearby town of Longor to check out the grocery store and the vegetable market and go to an ATM and get a SIM card, do all those kinds of things.
All the important things to do when you first come to a country.
All the important things.
Yeah. Craziness. The market was almost a bit overwhelming, as there were probably over 100 vendors selling all kinds of fruits, veggies, and meat. Some of those things we recognized, and others we didn't. Everything was amazingly cheap though, but we were still kind of surprised when some vendors struggled to make change for a 100,000 rupiah bill, which equals about $7 US. Once we were done with the market, it was time to get a SIM card. Telkomsel has the best coverage throughout Indonesia, and fairly cheap data plans. The guys at the store were very helpful, but it took a long time to complete our activation, as their app didn't like anything other than an Indonesian credit card for topping up. Eventually, we figured out a way. Alright, give me an update on the day today so far.
Alright, so we went to the ATM, we went to the market, we went to get our SIM card sorted out, which took forever. Actually, we really didn't even get it sorted out. We had to use Ding to top up. But now we are having lunch.
In a nice little spot over the water, huh?
Scenic view. They've got some pet turtles here. And we are having adventures and ordering in Indonesian, so...
Yeah, Google Translate app.
Yeah, well, even then, like, what was that juice? Something juice. That was weird.
I don't know, I saw like avocado juice.
Second chance juice or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, hit or miss translate.
It's not a fruit.
No.
Yeah, so we'll see what we get.
Yeah, nice adventure day though.
Okay, so we just had lunch at this little cafe we're at. David and I paid 50,000 Indonesian
rupees, I'm pretty sure.
Rupees or whatever, which is $4 for soup and 2 soups and drinks, and we paid for our taxi driver, so $4 for lunch.
Yeah, there's no real need to cook here, is there?
No, we'll just eat out all the time. It's great.
That marked the end of our first Indonesian adventure, and we had quite the welcoming committee when we got back to the pier.
Hi. Hi. What's your name? My name is Amy.
Amy.
What's your name?
My name is Listy.
Listy. We met you yesterday.
Plastic.
Amy. Listy. Yes. All right.
You beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You guys having fun today? Did you have some school today? In school? Yeah? It was good? Yeah. All right. Good job. Bye. Bye. Yeah, all right.
For our second adventure, we joined our friends Carlos and Linda from the YouTube channel 22 South and Kimmy from Slow Flight for a walk through town looking for a temple and also the source of some music we could hear from shore. What'd you find, babe?
So I saw this from the boat. It lights up at night, and it's this big heart with flowers, and it says love in the middle. And this huge, colorful dock.
I think this is the debut club.
Yeah, it's the
You can hear the music
club.
in
Yeah,
the background.
yeah. Kind of a different spot.
That's really
you know?
cool.
Yeah. It feels like it should be touristy, and like, you know, this is the kind of thing people like to pose in front of in Bali and stuff. But we're in the middle of Debut, very small town.
Pretty isolated out here.
Yeah.
Amy, your head's blocked. Where are you? There you are.
Hi.
What are you guys doing up there?
Exploring.
You look like you're on top of the world. Where's the Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic
there's nothing
reference?
I'm gonna want to lean on up here.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, that's probably smart.
Yep.
What are you looking up there, babe?
So there are swastikas on the temple, which we know is, well, it has meaning in both Hinduism and Buddhism. I'm not really sure what kind of temple this is, but I think it's Hinduism. Hindi temple.
It is, I have to admit, it is a bit odd to see the swastika since we so associate it with Nazism.
Yeah, but
But it's nice to see that, you know, that corruption hasn't completely tainted it.
yeah, and it's beautiful. Like, the temple is beautiful. And it's cool to see something so culturally different from us. Like,
Yeah.
even in the South Pacific, a lot of the places still are just really similar. Whereas to us, this is much more exotic.
She would make us spam sandwiches. Hawaii is just a hodgepodge of Filipino.
Just waiting for
Oh,
you.
you're waiting for me to get down?
Yeah, because it's the classic segment, is Amy going to fall this time?
Great. Hey, Carlos.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she, when I was young, that's why.
Thank you.
Little KK, which is, do you know what KK is like? Kid in Hawaiian. So when I was little.
Oh, highly disappointing.
Ta-da!
Lessons.
Thank you.
But my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ladies all find the some plumeria flowers? Is that getting all fancy? It's all on the left side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah.
Available.
Means we are not free.
Good news
We
for
are free,
us.
but-
Shackles.
Oh, tell me how you really feel, babe. Thanks.
Oh, I want that on the next video.
Back in town, there was another big landmark we were interested to explore. The Catholic Church at the top of the hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let us in.
Did let us in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we've seen mosques and temples, and now we have Catholic Church.
And it's pretty impressive. Like, it's a big church.
It is a big church. So we hear like half the island is Muslim and half is Christian. So I know we can see like 3 mosques from the anchorage and 2 churches.
And the kids like to ask too.
The kids like to ask what religion you are.
Yeah, that's kind of a new one for us.
Yeah.
The rally had a pretty jam-packed schedule, so people started moving on fairly quickly. We were thrilled to finally be in Indonesia, but we're so used to cruising on our own that it was a tad overwhelming to be around so many other boats. We hung back a few days to finish up some projects and then took off for a beautiful remote island practically right next door.
Hey y'all, as you can probably tell, we're not on the boat right now. We're actually back in the States doing a last visit with family before we cross the Indian Ocean next year, but hope you really enjoyed our first adventures in Indonesia. We had slight craziness checking in, but got it all done. We've got a whole lot more coming up from Southeast Asia, so make sure you stick around and check it out. See y'all later.